Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Terrible Chef, set on the Snow Festival map of Hokkaido and supplied to us today by Moneyed Bath 27. So moving on to our briefing, short and sweet, just kill the terrible chefs. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we have 2 targets in the sushi bar area and 3 targets down by the kitchens. So we are going to make our way out into the Tranquility Garden and up to the very back at the very top here. We're going to grab the hammer from the toolbox before throwing ourselves over the edge. Let's not slip in the snow, it's a long way down. We're going to slide down the drain pipe and in through the sleeping quarters window. We're going to make our way around the corridor to our left and out onto the balcony, and we should encounter the patrolling guard out here. As we do, we're going to render him unconscious. I'm going to hide him in the closet provided just in the corridor here, as Dmitry Fedorov, our primary target for this map, sometimes seems to come this way. I don't know what tracks him down here. He shouldn't do, but occasionally on my practice runs he would come along and find that guard unconscious. So we're just going to hide him away before we make our way up the stairs. We're going to turn off the fuse box on the wall and then turn it back on again. That will attract the attention of our first target, and we're going to render him unconscious with our hammer. Now the plan was to collect up the hammer, take his outfit and dump him over the balcony. Unfortunately, we've reset the fuse box trap, so we're just going to very quickly deposit our friend over the balcony here and run back down into our position on the stairs. And when our second target comes along, we will try again. Okay. So we don't have our hammer on us this time, so we'll just pounce on him manually. We're going to render him unconscious. We're going to turn that fuse box back on, grab our hammer without turning the fuse box back off again. We're going to take our target's outfit, so we're now one of the chefs, and we're going to deposit him over the balcony as well. I'm just going to wait. As you can see, the chief surgeon in the distance there. Now he can spot us as we're doing this, so I am going to let him go back into the building before we deposit our new friend off the mountain and on his way home. So off you go there, sir. Try not to catch cold on your way down, though you are catching plenty of rocks on the way down. So 2 targets taken care of. Our final 3 targets are all located down in the kitchen area. One of them is actually up on this floor here, but they will make their way down into the kitchen if we attract their attention. So we're going to go down via the bathroom stairs, and we're going to enter into the kitchen from this side, as this is the easier route rather than trying to pass some enforcers upstairs. So we're going to render our non-target friend here unconscious. We're going to render our target friend here unconscious, and then we are going to deal with him accordingly. Just so happens to be a chef's knife on the counter over here, so we'll use that. So we're just going to grab the knife, we'll make our way back around to the cookers, and we're going to launch the knife at our target, who looks rather uncomfortable. There you go, that's a much more comfortable position for you, sir. We're going to retrieve the knife and the hammer, and we're going to make our way to the foot of the stairs, and we're going to lure our next target down. So our final 2 targets are over here by the bar area, and we're just going to throw our hammer on the floor at the foot of the stairs when our target is at the top of the stairs. He will hear that and he will come down the stairs to investigate, and when he does, we can grab him from around the corner and we can give him a nice gentle neck massage. There you go, sir. So we're going to pull him away from the stairs so that he's not spotted by his colleague when we lure him onto the stairwell. We're going to take our hammer and we're going to throw it halfway up the stairs, and then we are going to make our way to the top of the stairs, and the hammer will attract the attention of our final target away from the bar, and when he goes down to investigate, we're just going to get behind the partition here. We'll throw the knife we collected earlier at his head, and we are 5 for 5. So all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the cable car exit. So we are going to make our way out of the kitchens, all the way around the corridor, and then down the central ramp to the cable car, and we are going to get ourselves off of this mountain before it realizes it's actually a volcano and decides to erupt. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and in turn we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.